What's going on, everybody? Good morning. It is early Friday morning, late February. Is it February 26th today? I think it is. And I'm out taking my dog for a walk. This video is going to serve as two purposes. I want to tell you guys a little bit how I buy and sell camera gear so much, how often I did it, how I did it, and I'll give you guys a couple examples because I get a couple questions on this channel all the time about, here's an example. I got a comment yesterday from somebody says, I'm unsubscribing. I'm confused by this channel. You say you're done with G.A.S. and then you try all these different cameras or whatever. And so a bit of a rant before we get going. I'm gonna give you guys an update where G.A.S. is, where I'm at with G.A.S. What I've done over the last 2 to 3 months, I've sold a ton of gear. I had a ton of stuff you guys didn't even know about. Canon 6D, and whatever. And the question is, how do I do it? And people are like, well, if you're done with G.A.S., then why are you keep buying and selling gear? Why are you testing this G7X Mark III? Which this video also serves as a purpose for me to kind of test out this whole thing right now, what I'm doing, because my goal is to take you guys on more photography vlogs, behind the scenes, if you will. I'm going to Denver later this year, a bunch of camping trips, and shoot some landscape photography. So like, Thomas Heaton and other people, I mean, not to copy their channels, but I like what they do. And so that's kind of the purpose of what I'm doing here. And it's just, okay, let me update on the G.A.S. stuff real quick. I'm out from walking my dog, by the way. So the G.A.S. stuff. Since I made that update, and it was December, I think, of 2020, I've sold everything. I had a lot of stuff. And what I'm down to is just a Nikon Z6 with the 50mm f1.8, a 20mm f1.8. I have my, a Ricoh GR, the original one, the first 16 megapixel APS-C sensor camera. That is a point and shoot camera. That's it. And then I have my Canon AE1, which was gifted to me by my dad. That's all I've got. Nothing else. Sold a ton of gear. And I made a bunch of money. Well, some money. And I want to show you guys how I did it. And so I made a little chart that I'll put up right over here and give you guys an indication of what it looks like. But the long story short of it is, I either buy used, extremely underpriced, or if I buy new, I buy it with promotions. So for example, on the Lumix S5, I bought it with the 20-60 kit lens. It came with the promotion for the Sigma 45mm f2.8 for free, and I kind of parlayed it from there. So I think that camera was $2,300. I'll put the exact numbers up in the corner, plus tax with the lens. I went to ProCam in Livonia, Michigan here, talked to them, found a 24-70 f2.8 Lumix lens, and I traded in the 20-60. They gave me more for the trade in that lens, versus what it was worth as part of the kit. So I made money on that. The 24-70 that I bought for, I think, around $1,300. I resold that for $1,500. The Sigma 45mm f2.8 got for $0. I think I sold it for like $400-ish. And then I sold the Lumix X5 body for a little bit of a loss, but net I made out like $200 or $300. That's how I do it. Another example, I bought a Canon 6D used. Really good condition, low shutter count with the 50mm f1.4 EF lens. I bought that for $400. I sold the whole thing for $600, made $200. I do that all the time, and I make little reviews for you guys, just quick comments, quick updates, or whatever it might be, just over things I'm interested in, and that's how I do it. For example, this Nikon Z6 that I have right now, it's not the original Z6 that I had. I bought the original Z6 brand new, and to be honest, I lost some money on that one. But the one I rebought, I bought for $950. The camera originally was going for like, I don't know what, $2,000? So even I lost a couple $100 on the original Z6 buy and sell, what I rebought into the system for was significantly less than I originally bought it for. I do that all the time, but to this channel, I have definitely parsed down my gear. I don't even have G.A.S. right now, I really don't. What I'm in search for is exactly what I'm doing right now, a camera that I can vlog with as I go to do photography. I have right now with me, if you guys look right here, I'm walking my dog, so sorry about that. I have my Nikon Z6 right now with me, and my 20mm f1.8 lens. And the sun is coming up over here. It's a beautiful morning. I'm walking my dog, and I want to get a shot. My neighbors probably think I'm really goofy because I'm walking down the street vlogging. But I want to get a shot of this little creek with the sun rising in the background, just to practice. I'll put the shot up at the end of the video. it probably won't be great. I'm just learning. But I do a lot of photography stuff that I don't necessarily show you guys or bring with you. For example, I went and shot the other day. I put a roll of Ilford XP2 on my Canon 8E1, and I just went for a walk. Just a little therapy, just exercise. Got out middle of winter, it was cold. Had that roll of film developed, and I'll put a few shots up here as we're talking. Funny story with that though, my son actually, I had the roll of film on the countertop, and he comes up to me, he's like, "Hey Dad, look what I got." And he had my roll of film, and he had pulled out, I don't know, 8 frames worth of shots. I still developed it. Out of a roll of 36, I had, you know, like 24 shots or so, something like that. 27 shots. But anyways, nonetheless, the point being is, I get comments about where I'm going with this channel, what's going on. I'm going to do a lot of stuff with this channel. I'm going to do a lot of landscape photography. I shoot stuff with my kids, I shoot portraits, and I want to bring you guys along with me, so I'm looking for a vlog camera. I'm going to tell you guys right now, if this camera doesn't work out, I'm looking at the Osmo Pocket 2. I know the guy from Photo Trippers, I forget his name, he shoots with that. So anyways, here's the creek I'm looking at. You guys can see that? I want to pause the camera and see if I can get a decent photo here. Let's see. I think F8 is be good. And I'm just really looking to center compose this shot. I think like shooting through. All right, so in summary, I guess I have a couple questions for you guys. One is, do you guys want me to bring you along for more of my learning experiences like this when I'm out just kind of screwing around? I usually try to make more photo stories out of them, and I think that's more interesting. I don't think anybody wants to come while I just go for a short walk, but maybe you do. And if you guys want to see more of that, maybe that's what I'll do, is I do some of this typically off camera. Second to that, in terms of advice, buying and selling gear, it is a pain in the butt. I think it's really good for you guys to, anybody wants to do it, to understand, you know, what's out there, what you like, what you don't like, if you can afford it. And to be honest, you have to front some money, and then you have to be able to kind of be smart. And what I do is I buy on Fred Miranda, or I buy these package deals, or I buy on eBay. Nah, not usually eBay. Usually eBay's a ripoff. But I always go look at the market value of what things have sold for recently on eBay and recently sold for on Fred Miranda. And I use that as a starting point. So for example, my Nikon Z6, if I bought that for $950, which I did, I can still go sell that for $1,000 today. Of course, time is a factor, right? You can't hold on to things for a long time and expect to do this, which is why you guys saw me switch gears so often. But if you go and buy, like for example, my EM1 Mark II that I had, I sold that. I bought it for $600, used it for 2 months, sold it for $650. Basically used the camera for free. I have a Olympus 12mm f2 sitting at home right now that I bought for $300. I can sell for $400 probably tomorrow. It's just talking, working with people. Some people are desperate to get out of gear. They thought Olympus, you know, Micro Four Thirds is dying, blah, 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 all this different stuff. And so when you go talk to them, they're willing to negotiate with you. You might have it listed at $400 or $450, but you talk them down to $350 or $300 for that lens. And that's how I do it. Everyone's like, oh, you must buy and sell off Amazon a lot. I've bought and sold returned a few things on Amazon. This camera's G7X, I bought at Best Buy, full retail price, not a good deal. I will return it if it sucks. I don't do that very often though. I have intentions to keep this if it works. This video is gonna be living proof of this. This is really just a test run for something that I'm gonna do, for stuff I'll do over the next X amount of months. How's the stabilization? How's the autofocus? How's this microphone sounding inside this port? I don't know. But for all those out there, I have actually lived up to my word. I have sold a ton of gear. My gas is essentially gone, honestly. And I've been shooting photos I just haven't been sharing with you guys. And right now all I'm looking for is a camera to vlog with as I go on trips and do stuff over the summer. That's it. That's it. And if you're interested in buying and selling gear, want to talk more about it with me, find me on Instagram and DM me. I love talking to people like this. So hope you guys have a great day. Thanks for watching. I know this is a bit of a rant. This is me going off the cuff. I didn't rehearse any of this, of course. And I want to share it with you guys if any have questions. But this is how I buy and sell gear. I do it all the time. Yeah, I lose on some. But I'd say overall, I've netted up hundreds of dollars many times. Just gotta buy the right gear for the right price and only hold on to it for a little time. Anyways, have a great day, guys. Have a great work week or work weekend if you're working. And I'll see you in the next one. Here's the photo I just shot. I don't know how it'll turn out. We'll see. See ya.